Hey y'all! Hi y'all! How are y'all doing tonight? Good, I hope. If you're not, things can and will get better. This too shall pass. I've had my fair share of problems, believe that. Anyway, the point of this video tonight is just going to be a real quick thing. Conspiracy theorists, they get a lot of attention from people here on YouTubers, and I can see why. You know, the titles and stuff, wow. So, Trump is not the Antichrist. Now, I had a friend that actually believed this at one time, but it wasn't over no bullet. No. She just genuinely thought that to begin with, y'all. And, so I can understand something like that more than I can someone who thinks an ear graze could classify as a head wound. The Antichrist will have had a head wound. Now, am I a biblical scholar or any of that? No. I just pay attention. And if I don't know something, I try to look it up. Not always. I should more than I do, sure. Sure. But I hope that some of y'all, especially, you know, you who are innocent as you can be, would not believe everything so quickly. You know, look into it just a little bit. No, Trump is not the Antichrist. Now, Camilla, I can see that. I don't know that she's not, but I know that his head wound, well, I know that his ear graze is not a immortal head wound that healed itself. It did not. He didn't have a head wound. But also, didn't it say, I think so, he will never have been married? So, yeah, because, they were saying that, you know, the people in, the king and all the king to be, the whatever in, you know, that other place, that he was the Antichrist. Yeah, I don't believe that either. What is his... I hate when that happens. What is his name? Is it Philip? No. It's Harry and his brother's dad. Yeah. That they were trying to say was the Antichrist. I've been watching this Sarah Boone trial off and on today. It's still on here because I rewound it, you know. Some of that stuff is pretty interesting. If you don't know who she is, you're missing a real treat. She is the gift that keeps on giving. She went through like 8-9 lawyers, fired them all right off the bat. This is her last lawyer, and he's took it on for free, I do believe. That she will pay him back someday, yeah. Something like that, because she wasn't allowed to have any more court-appointed attorneys because she just didn't like any of them. She could not get along with any of them. All of them had faults, and she did not. She was not the problem, she said. George, her boyfriend, and her were playing hide and go seek one night. And George decides, according to her, hide in the suitcase. A suitcase, yes, he was a little man. He decides he's going to hide in the suitcase. And, he tells Sarah, she zips it, and, she didn't try to seek him. No. So, what does she do? She sits there, turns her camera on, starts recording, and taunts him. While he is dying, smothering to death, literally smothering to death, the woman taunts him. He says, Sarah, I can't breathe. And she's saying, F you. Now you know what I feel like when you're choking me. I believe she says, this is for everything, you've done, something like that. Or maybe it's, it's been a long day. I believe so. She does tell him that. It was bad. It was real bad. And what has she done? She could have did 6 years and been out. With time served after her 5-6 years because of the time she's done leading up to this, that she has fired all her lawyers. Her court-appointed attorneys. She could have been out in 5 to 6 years if she had took the plea deal. But, no, she wouldn't do it. Nope, she wouldn't take this thing to trial. And they are smoking her. Yeah, literally. They have smoked everything but that woman's shoelaces so far. And they're going to be finishing them off next week. And maybe a couple weeks after that. I don't know how long this thing will take. But, she's definitely going to go stay longer at her home away from home called prison. You know what she did? Do you know what she did? Besides taking a man's life, she has the nerve to ask this judge for a glam squad. I think that's what she called it. People to do her hair, do her makeup, all that, and then all that, so she can come into court this morning looking like a man, dressed in shoulder pads, suit, all that. With, she did dye her hair. I think she's been really trying about the hair, but it would have probably looked better if she just let the inmates handled it, yeah. But yeah, she has, said it was self-defense. Saying that, she was scared of George, afraid he's coming after her. But he was zipped tightly into a suitcase he could not get out of. And, he hadn't laid a finger on her that night. He wasn't doing anything to her right then either. She had the upper hand. What'd she do with it? Recorded his last moments. And then goes upstairs. Goes to sleep. Now, as bad as that may sound, and it is bad, it's not good at all. I do believe she blacked out from all the alcohol they had drank that night. The wine. They could no longer afford liquor, she said. So they had drunk wine. She actually did call it spirits in the interrogation room at one point. I did hear her call it that. Blacked out. Woke up the next morning. Didn't know what had happened. Till she seen herself on video and she was in shock. But, that's if you want to go with her story. Or it could be she got up that morning, she knew what happened for a little while before she ever informed authorities. While she got her story together of how it was a good day. It was a good day. We played hide and go seek. We did puzzles. And arts and crafts. Don't forget the arts and crafts. Yeah. Her and Georgie Porgy putting in time. According to her, they got as lame as you could go. Yeah. And then she took his life. Yeah. And so I watched some of that. And off and on. And there's another trial that I've been catching a little bit of too. The woman that the little, I think his name's Elijah boy, the little kid that she got rid of, and the woman was all dramatic in her interrogation. I mean, all dramatic. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. I mean, you talk about attention seeking at its greatest. That woman, she overdid it all. Yeah. I like to watch the true crime stuff. I get into it. I do. So, this video is at 11 minutes and 24 seconds, and I need to go ahead and cut it off. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do videos past 15 minutes yet. I only have 21 subscribers as of this point in time, and it's amazing I got to that far. Considering I've only been working on this a few months, so. I'd had the channel since Corona. Yeah, I just didn't do anything with it, but watch, things about Corona, seeing what was going on in the world. Anyhow, if I can get 50 subscribers, I get to do lives. But as it stands now, there's just no audience at all for any content that I could possibly put up. So, either that or I am truly, truly boring as all get out, and people are afraid to watch. Afraid they'll fall asleep. Don't know. Anyhow, I do appreciate those of you who do take the time to watch, like, subscribe, share the video. Anything you do to help it out, help this little old channel out, I do appreciate it. So, much love from Tennessee. Peace.